With restrictions easing and the furry social scene slowly coming back to life, it was time once again to consider fursuiting up and getting back outside and going to events.
And when one of the first furry events to start back up happened to be a furry event at an arcade, we just had to go.
Introducing Barkade, a furry event held in South London where furries essentially take over an arcade for the evening. All the games are free to play, and I could finally live out that dream of playing Dance Dance Revolution in a fursuit.
But you suck at DDR. Why would you do that?
I don't know, a raccoon can dream, can't he?
Ugh.
Oh dear. Still, obviously, you know, this is 2021, and as much as I'd like to just go to any event again and not worry about things, we're not quite there yet. And I'd just like to assure you that we assess the risk before choosing to head to this event. And one of the reasons we were so keen on Barkade was that it had a great policy ensuring safety and protection for everyone.
So after 18 months of not going to any furry event, it was time for us to grab our fursuits and head to Barkade.
And here's what our experience of going to Barkade and fursuiting at an arcade was like.
15 minutes south of London in Croydon, Heart of Gaming is a large, converted venue filled with over 100 different arcade games for you to play. Tonight it was closed just for Barkade only, and for one fixed entrance fee you could go in and play all the games and be surrounded by furries.
All the games are set to free play, so it's unlimited. Basically every kind of genre you can think of, really, from fighting games to shooting games like Silent Scope to Alien the Gun. That was a good one to see there. But they also have one of the largest setup Daytona machine link-ups that you pretty much can get in the UK, and I think pretty much anywhere else now, with 8 machines.
There was also a small dealer's den area as well, for not just the arcade games. This helped it feel more like a mini convention almost, rather than just a fur meet. And I must say, after 18 months of not going to conventions, it was really lovely to see a dealer's den again. As the night went on, more people fursuited up, and you could catch them everywhere, playing games and having a laugh.
As you can see, they had other events there, like air hockey and DDR, for those people that really want to kind of get a lot more physical. Me personally, I was much more interested in the driving games, because that's what I was there for. I managed to get a lovely game of Outrun 2006 with some of the larger cabinets I've ever seen. And it was a bit of a dream come true to have a game of this in suit.
Although I tried it myself and I was not very good because I've got really limited vision. That blind spot between my eyes really does not help when playing video games, I must admit, and my paws were awkward too. Now, shooting games were maybe a little easier, so long as nothing was in the centre of the screen, but it was a lot of fun to be able to shoot with someone else. Here's Theo, for example, having a quick game with our good friend Ryuichi. And, of course, then I got to try out Dance Dance Revolution, which, well, this was a colossal mistake, because not only did I accidentally hit the hardest game setting possible, but I had no clue what I was doing and could not keep up. Let's put it this way, I'm not exactly fit, I'm not into dancing, and this almost killed me, and as you can see, I'm pretty struggling at this point. So, DDR in fursuit. Really, really hard, and I just looked like a complete idiot doing it. I think 21 here, and but hey, other people were able to do it properly, so if you're into DDR and you know where your feet are and you know your left foot from your right foot, maybe you'll be able to play DDR and not on the hardest song.
Gotta say, I mean, DDR in fursuit's a bit of a tradition in this fandom, and as you can see, it was only 150 people there this time around, so only half attendance for what they normally do. So, you could tell we had a lot of space, there was a lot of distancing, and not everybody was crammed in, which was also made us both feel very, very relaxed.
And this was the great thing, they had little stickers that you could put on your fursuit badge to say whether you were okay with hugs, not okay with hugs at all, or go crazy, hug me. And, you know, I chose the middle option because I don't mind people coming up and hugging me. But I like to be asked first, and to be honest with you, that was the case, I think, before even the pandemic, so I actually loved that idea. Well done, Barkade. It wasn't just all about arcade games either. Downstairs, there was a fantastic area where you could socialise, play card games and board games, and below that in the basement, well, you could find Jackbox, activities, and one of my highlights at least anyway, a quiz where I ran a gaming quiz this time along with Theodore Rabbit, and we gave away some terrible prizes.
Oh yeah, we gave some horrible turd away. Yeah,
All
no.
things from Wish videos.
Well, I wonder why. No, it went really well, and everybody had a really good time.
And it was just nice to see that there is activities, so you don't have to be an avid gamer. You just have to enjoy games and gaming-related things.
Well, there was plenty of board games and card games being played downstairs and the ground floor, so...
Barkade is just such a unique event by UK standards. I think it's the only gaming meet in the UK.
Oh, definitely.
So I thought, you know, why not go and catch up with one of the staff members and just ask them what Barkade is actually all about.
I've been a fan a long time, since I was maybe, I don't know, a kid, like 16, 17, so, and as much as it's a great fandom, there's always more room for, like, for more stuff. I wanted something that people come to, not just like hang out and day drink or whatever, but also like, do stuff together, events, quizzes, games to play. We had a couple of tournaments and things. Later on down the line, we got things like a live band coming and such. Things that we would have done now, but of course with everything going on, didn't happen. But I wanted something that was like somewhere between a convention and just a hangout space. Something that was more, because the fandom's huge. So there's so much you can do. So I figured, why not?
An important question to ask, of course, is how often does Barkade run?
So Barkade runs about every 2 months, about something like that. We usually try and go for sort of different themes each time. For example, October we often have a very spooky sort of Halloween theme.
So, compared to other furry meets in the UK, why should you consider coming down to Barkade?
The reason to come down to Barkade? Well, it's a different meet. You don't often have something like this in the UK. You don't often have a meet which is set in an arcade. You can play multiple games for just one ticket price. There's also a plus ticket price as well if you want extra, like the goodie bag. Yeah, and then everything else is all free play as well. So that's fantastic value for the ticket price.
With this event being very much like a furry convention, I dare say the staff have plenty of memories. So I wonder what their favourite one is.
Seeing the upstairs full of people having a great time, seeing all the furs like jumping around, people in suits playing on the games and stuff. That's my favourite memory, seeing the community thrive. So I guess every Barkade is my favourite memory.
Of course, as anyone will tell you, running an event is never an easy thing to do, so what's the most challenging thing about running Barkade?
That's one of the memes of Barkade is me blowing up balloons. I absolutely terrible at it. I'm saying as a fire dragon who, for some reason, cannot breathe to capacity in terms of blowing up balloons.
Overall, it was a really tiring evening going back to fursuiting, but it was an amazing experience and a lot of fun. Everyone was just having a blast, and it was just fun to get out there, play some games, hang out with people, do some crazy stuff, attempt Dance Revolution, and overall, it was just brilliant.
And for myself, I managed to get to play some arcade games I honestly haven't seen in the flesh since I was very young, and maybe even not at all, to be honest with you. And I think my only regret of the evening was not playing more of them, to be fair. I mean, again, we were new to kind of socializing and suiting up again.
But obviously, it's just the more the reason to go back. They've got a large range of machines that I didn't even get a chance to play some of. And, you know, I'd love to do a bit of the Jackbox as well downstairs, which I just didn't get the time because, like Theo said, there was so much going on. It really was an absolute blast. And even though it ran from 6 to 11 PM, it felt like it lasted less than half an hour. It went so fast because it was just so good. And honestly, it's a fantastic evening for the price. So, whether you're a furry in the UK or one planning to head to the UK, why not head down to Barkade? It's definitely worth your time.
So, there we go, that was our experiences at Barkade. I'd like to thank everyone involved in helping make this event happen, and of course to all of those who were helped in the making of this video.
So if you're in the UK, or maybe considering heading to the UK for a fur meet, further details of this event can be found below this video.
If you enjoyed this video, please boot that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that shiny notification bell to be kept up to date on the latest videos. This channel is kindly funded by our awesome patrons, and if you'd like to help support the channel, there's a link to the Patreon in the description below. I'm Shadow Raccoon,
And I'm Theodore Rabbit.
and we'll see you next time. Bye everyone!
Bye!